Hello YouTube, and how are we all today? Vibing. Yeah man. As requested by none of you, here's a video on the build I use to kill Peste and his main weakness, I suppose. Anyway, so let's get right into it. A little quick one. Let's manage a ship. Weapons, bow. I would say this is probably the most important one that I'm using. Twin Winch Ballista. So you can get this using sovereigns from either Telok Panjera or St. Anne. Speaking to either of the managers. This has got the double draw. The weapon can be charged twice as long for increased damage and range. At the max charge, the damage increases to 600% and the range to 1350. So the damage is 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you do the maths, add the 600% on, and that's how much damage you're going to do. Plus, you'll be doing that to the weak point damage, which is 247%. So, you know, as you can see, 600 at the 247, 847%. Crazy damage. Even when you blow up the weak point, you're talking like 100k damage. It takes literally like about a fifth of his health bar down, maybe even a quarter. Depends. So yeah, I definitely recommend grabbing one of these. I've tried it with like these blue spectres, but they're nothing to him, to be honest with you. These are more better for like taking on more like, you know, your rogues, etc. Anyway, let's move on. For the ports and starboards, I'm using both fire bombard freeze. I'm just saving up for the darts at the moment, but I'd recommend if you can get the darts, use the darts. They're great. I mean, you can even use like basilisk freeze. These are also really good because obviously the charge rate increases quicker. This is good because you might be able to pop crew attacks off quicker, which, you know, as you know, that does quite a bit of damage as well, especially if you're using crew attack abilities on your furniture. And then for your backside, you're gonna use the and then for your backside, not really using the back so much, as obviously I'm just using the bow and I'm just using that. So yeah, just go ahead, use whatever you want on the back. Maybe slap another fire bombard free on if you want, or whatever. Long nines from Skurlock could be the best one. I mean, I kept Rama's legacy torpedoes on, but yeah, you're not going to be using the back, so don't worry about that too much. And then for the auxiliary, just go for the Leopold freeze. They're just decent all round it. Slap 15k damage. Yeah, again, these are mainly going to be, you're mainly going to be popping these off every 20 seconds anyway. Like I say, I mainly use the ballista bolt, and that'll do the majority of the damage. Armor, obviously it goes without saying, use Wailing Ward. You know, it takes 50% off of the toxic attack. And then if we go over to the furniture, now I'm using the scoping station as the epic slot, which is the major furniture slot. Because if you hit him from over 320 meters away, it'll apply a mark status, and you can do an extra 100% to the weak points. So as we mentioned earlier, you got that 847%, plus this is 947% extra damage on a weak point on the second attack, fully charged attack. So crazy. Second furniture slot, front pair of kegs, just doing an extra front weapon damage, so that by 10%, so that's going up to 957% altogether if you do fully charged and from over 320 meters away at the weak point. Super duper. Bombard works just to increase that fire damage on the bombards by 19%, so you're just giving a bit more dot on the Peste, well, damage over time. So yeah. Most important one, of course, La Potence Schematics. This increases your damage to the weak points to the enemy ships by 10%. So then again, we're on 967 So then again, we're on 967% now, which is, you know, you're talking nearly 1000% more damage. So La Peste is just getting absolutely clean rinsed off with pest spray. And obviously it reveals the weak points on the fleet of pestilence. You need this, otherwise, you know, you are going to struggle to kill him. It's still doable, but it's going to be hard. yeah, and the gunpowder bench, just to give that extra 10% damage with the ablaze effect when you actually do set him on fire, just to give him that slight little bit of damage over time. Just another quick mention, if you do not have this scoping station, you could use Gunner's Quadrant, as it would decrease the reload time by 50% for the ballista, which is the same way, 320 meters range, which you are going to try and sit back a little bit anyway, and try and sit around about the 400 meter range mark. Still close enough to hit a clean shot, and also do a nice bit of damage and get these buffs off. So, unfortunately, this only applies to the first shot, so I'll hit him a couple of times with that, switch to your port and your starboard, and then carry on again and keep doing it like that, and then that way you can keep using this and use it to its best ability. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you out there. See you later.